The European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde has stated that the European Commission's proposal to use frozen Russian assets as collateral to finance Ukraine must not strip Russia of ownership. She noted the plan is the closest so far to meeting international legal standards. Lagarde added that the EU must reassure investors that it is not seeking to seize Russian sovereign assets or for its own benefit. Responding to the proposal, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Moscow has no intention of going to war with Europe, but will respond to any deployment of European forces in Ukraine or attempts to confiscate Russian assets. Belgium's Deputy Prime Minister Vincent van Petegem said frozen Russian assets would eventually need to be used to support Ukraine. However, he noted that Belgium would not accept any deal it considers legally risky. The European Commission has proposed using or borrowing against Russian state assets frozen in the EU to raise urgently needed funds. Most EU countries back a reparations loan, but Belgium, which holds most of the assets via Euroclear, has raised legal concerns, delaying a decision now expected on December 18th.
There is an unwavering support that is needed for Ukraine, and Russia really has to pay.
The Kremlin has signaled openness to increased foreign investment after a Wall Street Journal report claimed the U.S. peace plan for Ukraine includes potential investment in Russia's rare earth and energy sectors. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov stated that Russia has always been and remains open to foreign investors but would not engage in megaphone diplomacy. However, he declined to comment on proposals involving $200 billion in Russian assets. Three German economic institutes reported that the economy has stabilized but remains in a phase of weak growth, with next year's planned fiscal expansion expected to provide limited support. The IFO Institute cut its 2025 to 2027 forecast, projected at 0.1% growth this year, 0.8% in 2026 and 1.1% in 2027. The Kiel Institute expects 0.1% growth in 2025, 1% growth in 2026, and 1.3% in 2027, warning that stronger 2026 to 27 figures will mask persistently weak underlying conditions. The RW Leibniz Institute also lowered the 2026 outlook, citing slow public infrastructure investment amid weak demand and falling private investment, and now forecasts 0.1% growth in 2025, 1% in 2026, and 1.4% in 2027.